Here I'm just adding the final little touches to the light and color in the image. And I think already here, now that the sky is a bit more colder in tone and in color, and the foreground, I try to use a lot more warmer, also more saturated colors. I think it's also the depth of the image is working in harmony. And the shade of the car here, it's warm and red, but it's not like super overly saturated shade of red. So it's also the focal color of the image is working in harmony with the rest of the image. And lastly, I just make some very final touches at this point to the image and see if I have everything ready. And here, lastly, I think the grass and the strands in the foreground, they need just a bit more distinction from the rest of the image to sort of tell a little bit more about the light direction of the image. So I introduced just these few strokes of grass to the foreground to add to the contrast of the image, and then create a bit more distinction of the, and for example, with the shadow side of this car. So it's not completely black, but it's actually, it has a lot of colors going on here. So the darkest shadow here is more towards this blue color, and the red on the tires and so forth, it's reflected from the road. So even with the darkest areas of my image, I try not to make them completely black, but they are still, there's a feeling of color